Hey guys, how's it going? This is Michael.
This is Kyle.
And this is our trailer reaction review to Marvel Studios' Loki, the official trailer number 2. Now, a first trailer had already come out for this, correct?
I guess. It says it's number 2, but I haven't seen the first trailer.
Well, the first trailer, didn't we see the first trailer in one of the end clip of one of the Marvel movies? I feel like that was an Endgame end clip or something like that.
I don't know if that's true. I know that this is supposed to take place, because of the altered timeline. Loki in Endgame stole the Tesseract, and now he has his own spin-off series.
Yep.
And obviously, right now, just for chronological purposes, WandaVision has already come and passed. We've seen all of that.
Yep.
And we're in the middle, like episode 4 of Captain Falcon and
the Winter Soldier.
I keep saying Captain Falcon, but that's a Smash Brothers character.
No, it's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
And I haven't seen any of those yet. So
I have.
Oh, you have?
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Oh, I've watched the reviews on it.
That's right. I've watched them. I'm doing reviews.
Plug for the reviews.
Yeah, plug for Dweeb Culture is the name of the channel that I'm doing the reviews on. But so this is Loki. This is super exciting. I'm very interested to see what they're doing with this. From what it looks like, it seems like they're doing a little bit more whimsical of a take.
Sure.
Than the average.
I remember seeing like a trailer for it a long time ago, but I don't remember what the trailer was about because so much Marvel and Zack Snyder's Justice League, so many things have happened between when I first saw this 6 months ago and now. Yeah. So I'm actually very curious to see what it's going to look like, and I believe, if I've heard correctly, I'm sure it's going to come out right after Winter Soldier,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I think that's going to be in June or something like that.
Yeah. So it should be coming out soon. We'll wait no longer to see what this is about. The official trailer number 2. Tom Hiddleston, Owen Wilson.
Wilson.
Yep, Owen Wilson is in it. Let's take a look here. We're gonna put on our headphones so we can hear.
Who is he gonna be in it?
That's a good question.
Are they just going through a list of all the actors they haven't had in these things yet?
Pretty much, yeah. They're just trying to narrow off the celebrity list. There he is.
I know what this place
That's
is.
a cool effect.
I don't.
The Timekeepers have built quite the circus. And I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection.
DMV.
Big metaphor guy. I love it. Makes you sound super smart.
I am smart.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
This is absurd.
Sign this too.
That's it. I feel like that would be a lot longer, a lot bigger for somebody. Everything you've ever said.
The proper flow of time. You picked up the Tesseract, breaking reality. I want you to help us fix it.
Why me?
I need your unique Loki perspective.
Do I get a weapon?
Nah.
You really believe in this Loki variant?
Luckily, he believes in himself enough for the both of us.
Mike. It is adorable that you think you could possibly manipulate me. I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
You're not big on trust, are you?
You can trust me.
Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
Why never do it again?
Okay.
Wow. That is huge.
Okay.
That is very big.
Well, my first takeaway is that it feels a lot more like a movie trailer than I think WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier have felt.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money obviously going into that. So I feel like the spectacle is going to be really huge. It feels like...
Hold on. Sorry, the ad was playing. Sorry, go ahead.
It feels like there's So I didn't know what the premise of it was going to be. I don't think from the first trailer I understood that he took the Tesseract. What I thought was originally going to happen was he took the Tesseract and he'd go on to his own adventures and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that. But to have like I don't remember what they were called, the time police or something.
Yeah.
Whatever. Sorry, I don't know.
You're right. The time travelers. No,
whatever.
Whatever it is.
Whoever the police is, it kind of
The
reminds
guild,
me of that
the shield of the shield of time.
You remember that episode of Voyager when 7 of 9 was recruited
Oh, yeah.
from the 29th
Yeah,
century
yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
So
this is Star Trek Voyager he's talking about. We used to watch it as kids anyway.
Essentially, there's people monitoring the timeline, and they're responsible for keeping the timeline in check. Yeah. So that's what seems like what happens.
Which is
Loki.
super meta for Marvel. Like, that's super meta.
I couldn't tell, and I'm probably 100% wrong on this, but it looked like one of the spots he was under the helicarriers from Winter Soldier. He was looking up.
I couldn't see it.
I could be wrong. It had the same visual, like it looked visually very similar to the helicarriers from Winter Soldier. So it's interesting. Will he go into different timelines? Could we see cameos from certain actors because he's in different timelines? Could we see,
Is this where we see our Steve Rogers? Is this where he gets back into the mix here?
Could we see potentially Steve Rogers as because I think one of the comic lines was that he was a Soviet dude. So could he be the Soviet? Like you know what I mean? Like
this is so this is MCU branching into something that the DCU, or at least the comics anyway, the movies
and
are
the
starting
Snyderverse kind of touched on.
Yeah, they're getting into different timelines and different multiverses and everything, and this is an amazing way to do it because now you're doing it from the perspective of the time police. You're doing it from the perspective. It would have been really easy to have Loki get that Tesseract and then just he does his own adventures with different worlds and things like that, but they're getting meta with it and they're kind of establishing a folklore throughout the different multiverses. So we can have this opens up the realm to have a billion different types of Captain Americas, to have a bunch of different types of Thors. Maybe like Thor, is completely bald in one. I don't know, but you have the option to do all those things.
Thor:
now.
Love and Thunder is supposed to have Natalie Portman as like the new Thor, right? She's supposed to be a Thor.
There you go. So maybe it's an alternate Thor. Maybe it's not this reality's Thor, but it's a different Thor, and they all have to band together to take on somebody even bigger and badder than the Thanos.
And WandaVision is supposed to segue into Doctor Strange in the multiverse.
Yeah.
So all these little shows look like they're all going to peek into the future Marvel project, which I'm assuming will then come together for like the next big bad.
That's
the next
super
Avengers
cool.
4.
This is super meta. Yeah. I really love the take that they're doing is they're going from a timeline point of view and they're addressing the timeline. And there are these outside continuum time people that are supposed to keep the timeline in check. And Loki broke the timeline when he got the Tesseract. And so that is the main problem that they're going to be tackling.
Where were these guys when... and also, does Doctor Strange know these people exist? Because he had the time stone and he's done time manipulation stuff in the past,
He had to exist. And where were they when old Thanos, or young Thanos rather, went into the future for Endgame?
And the new Spider-Man movie, which is going to have all the different iterations of Spider-Man over the years, in the Spider-Man No Way Home?
So maybe No Way Home. Yeah, so it definitely lends itself to this being a huge part of the MCU.
I think there's going to be lots of plot holes going forward.
I think
over the next 10 years.
I think there is too. Why weren't they doing for this? Why didn't they do this? I mean, but I'm sure there are some throwaway lines that you could do, like kind of like how Doctor Strange is only one way to beat Thanos. I'm sure there are some throwaway lines that they could do to be like, we couldn't interfere, the Prime Directive, right? Star Trek has the Prime Directive, so maybe it was the space-time Prime Directive, and that's the way it was supposed to unfold.
It's convenient for plot purposes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But it also fills up those holes quite nicely.
Oh, yeah. No, it does. And I'm looking, I think they actually, like WandaVision, Falcon, and Loki have come out in the order in which I was initially most interested in them. So WandaVision, least interested, but I ended up really liking it, at least parts of it.
Yeah.
I may have my gripes with it, but whatever. And then I haven't seen...
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is heading on a good trajectory.
Okay, and then, but Loki is the one I would be most excited for.
Yeah, especially since they're doing this meta thing. Like, I wasn't really looking forward to it that much, but now that they're addressing space and time and all that stuff, like, I'm really into it.
It actually looks like it plays as a comedy probably much better. Not to mention, Tom Hiddleston is like really charismatic. Like he can carry a show. Owen Wilson, I guess, is like, all right. That was kind of weird to just see Owen Wilson kind of appear.
It was, but you know, he kind of has like the over demeanor. Like I could see him as like, you know, somebody in that type of figure where you have to be more serious, but you're like, you know, it's time, so it's still kind of, you know, relative and whatnot. So
I want the explanation in the Marvelverse, like why it seems like most intelligent species are bipedal, you know, human-looking things.
Well, that was the whole Star Trek thing, right? Every single species was bipedal almost, and they all spoke English.
The Star Trek Next Generation actually addressed it as a super being who planted seeds on every planet throughout the universe.
There you go.
So,
Well, maybe the MCU will do something similar.
Very possible.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. This trailer looks really good. Super excited about it. As you can see, we have Kyle here. We put out a few videos where it's me and Mitch. Kyle's a very busy person, so I'm trying to get him, rope him in as much as possible so we can get this done.
I'll try to be here more consistently.
And there we go. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And as always, this is Michael.
This is Kyle.
And this has been a critique on the universe of trailers.